Hello everybody, welcome and welcome back. It is me, Quella, Quella Graphic Love or Quella the Creative, and it is finally that time of year, which means vision boards, manifesting, vision books, whatever you are putting out into the universe to have a prosperous and wonderful new year. And if you're watching this in the new year, Happy New Year. I hope 2021 is 10 times better than 2020 was. So with that being said, this video is particularly on the height of the list. Most requested from everybody, the beginning of each and every year, is vision boards. Around this time, everybody is working on their vision boards, whether you have your poster board and paper, whether you do it on a magnetic board, whether you print out your pictures, you do the magazine cutout. There's so many different methods to doing a vision board. So there's really no wrong way to do it as long as you put action behind your vision. Ding. So I wanted to bring some quick tips when it comes to vision boarding that I use and also that I've gotten from others and also just to help. So we're not doing it wrong, although there's not a real way to do it wrong. It's just, you want to be doing it right, like in a practical way. So for this year's vision board, please, and I say this respectfully, please factor in outside natural forces that can and will affect your progress. i.e. coronavirus, COVID-19. 2020 was the epitome of a setback year. So obviously nobody could control a pandemic. Well, just be sure to factor in any outside forces. Nature is mainly what I mean. You can plan things, but then there's science and nature, and they just come together and they can kind of just make things happen that we just gotta throw in the towel and be like, hey, you can have your way. Start your vision board now. You might be watching this in January, but start your vision board even in December. Start it in November. I know a lot of people will wait until January 1st to then make their vision board, because on January 1st, magically everything just resets. But I think it's always wise to get your materials, get your pictures, get your images, get your categories that you're going to be doing your vision board in. Have all that prepared and ready beforehand. So when it comes time to actually placing it on your board, your poster board, your cork board, you'll be ready to go. A big one, do not be mad at yourself if you do not complete every single thing that's on your vision board in that year. Some people have small, simple vision boards. They're just things they want to achieve. Some vision boards are more practical than others, but vision boards are mainly just for manifestation. When I view mine, I don't really see it as, oh, okay, this year, this is exactly everything I want to do. I kind of see it as, okay, these are the things that I want to see happen. If they happen to happen this year, cool. If they happen next year, it's still awesome. But I'm still putting towards the steps to making it happen, whether it be traveling. Are you saving up for traveling? Passport? Do you have luggage on there? There are so many ways that you can dissect it. But I see this all the time. People get really mad and hard on themselves because they didn't finish it in that year. And it's like, you can't really control how the year is going to go. So the best thing to do is just do your best and work towards those goals and those visions that you have on there as practical and as best as you can. One that I like to use, sometimes it is very smart to have a movement strategy. Still manifest and put what I visualize on there, but I also want to have a strategy like the steps to getting there. I know a lot of people will put a $1 billion car or whatever, a house on their vision board, but in order to obtain that house, you do have to be mindful that, okay, I need to get my credit up. I might need to get a better job. I might need to get my finances in order. I might need to get my life together. Also, if you are looking to get a luxury car, some type of luxury purchase, make sure that you, like I said, have the financial means. Maybe you're putting yourself in the spaces to start shopping, go on websites where you visualize that, make a Pinterest board of that specific purchase, and who knows, you can slowly reel it around to you. Know that everything is not set in stone. Be okay with it. We can't control everything, although we plan. God and the universe has their own plans. So be mindful of that. Be okay if it didn't go exactly how you wanted it to go, or it didn't manifest itself exactly how you wanted it to go. Make sure that you're being very mindful of what you put and what you place onto your board. Not everything will pan out exactly how you had it planned on your vision board. There's so many routes obtaining that one simple thing, or gaining that one particular thing. So don't feel down if it doesn't go exactly how you planned it. The best and probably the most helpful out of this entire video is create vision boards for sections of your life, or just create visions for multiple parts or areas of your life. So vision board, you can have a poster board for work. You can have a poster board for career. You can have a poster board for family. You can have a poster board for travel and have all the destinations for family. You can have you want to be proposed to and all that stuff. And for work, you can have yourself dressed up in different work attire, specific places that you like to work with, companies that you like to work for. If you're in a digital space or like a content creator, you can put on sponsorships, places and companies and people that you like to be sponsored by. It's actually smart to do it that way so you have an overview. And sometimes I find that with vision boards, I don't have enough space. So when I don't have enough space, it's like I'm trying to cram everything onto this board. I have another method how I do my vision boards. I do an overall vision board, but I will probably share that in a later video. I'm still debating on how I want to do it because it's a lot of moving parts to it, but I think it'll be the most beneficial way to do your vision boards from here on out. And also I think this will be the new way people will do their vision boards. As I mentioned already, be practical and be intentional. What you put on there, be mindful of things manifest, but you also need to remember that there's intention behind everything. So if you put a car, the intention of that car is to, what is it, to flex? Is it to look like you have money? Or is it to get you from point A to point B? Not to shoot down anybody's dreams, but with vision boards, you do have to be somewhat realistic. You can't put on there, oh, my kid's going to college this year, and your kids are too. Like, your kids aren't going to college yet. You got about 16 more years. Last, but definitely not least, actually one of the most important is pray over your visions. Pray over your vision boards if you are a religious or spiritual person. Me, I am religious. I am spiritual. I believe in the universe. I believe in God. I believe in Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior, the Holy Trinity. I pray over my visions because I know without Him, without that direction, without that guidance, without that protection, without that favor and that blessing over my life and that grace, none of these things will be able to happen. And yes, you do have to put in the work. You do have to make sure that you're not just idly waiting around for the universe to hear your fleeting thoughts of wanting to become a famous model. You know, make sure you're actually putting in the work to get your headshots together, get your portfolio together. What it is that you have to do to make sure you're also putting steps and not just solely just wishing on a hope and a dream that it's going to come true, because it will, but you do have to put forth the effort behind it. And that's one thing that I wish people would preach more to people who do vision boards. I know a lot of people are tapping into the vision board manifesting market. It's become one of those things where you want to make sure that manifesting is not replacing prayer. I pray for abundance, and I'm not ashamed at all to say that I'm religious and I believe in God. People have their insights about it, but I mean, it works for me. God works for me. When you create your vision boards, jot down on a sheet of paper, maybe a note that's also attached to the vision board, pray. Pray over, just a general prayer over your list. It doesn't have to be anything that you grab from Google. It can just be something that you came up with, and that when you pray daily, when you pray nightly, just include it in your prayer list. Favor is brought onto those things and blessing, and that God is leading you in the direction to receive those things and obtain those things, and also to obtain that life that you feel that you deserve and that you know that you aspire to want and want to have. Those are the only vision board tips that I have for you today, and I'm super duper glad that you made it to 2021. Thank you again for viewing my video, and I will have a few more tips and videos covering the vision board and planning topic. You guys know I'm very huge on planning, so I will see you all in my next one. Happy 2021. Happy New Year.